Good evening, ladies as well as gentlemen. Papa Boris here with some more Hearthstone Arena. Sorry if I sound a little bit congested, I have a cold. We're playing a rogue deck here, trying to keep the streak alive of not sucking with rogue. Although I'm at 2-1, which is a little bit disconcerting, I'm actually pretty confident this deck is still going to make it to 6 wins. Of course, every time I think that, I always end up doing terribly, but I really think this deck is fine. It's got a lot of removal. Some good end games. We had 2 legendaries, actually, here. Both were a little bit on the mediocre side. I got, what was it, Alexstrasza and Ysera? Well, Ysera is good. I shouldn't call her mediocre. I've definitely won many an arena game on the back of Ysera, but I think I actually misdrafted that. I probably should have taken Nat Pagal instead of her, because that would have given me some card draw, which this deck needs, and an early play, which, I don't know. This deck does have that spike at 2 mana, so it's not like I desperately needed an early drop, but the Ysera hasn't actually come down in any of the 3 games, even though I've had her in my hand twice. Alright, well, the owl I think should be mulliganed here, because I don't think I'm going to necessarily get to use it. This guy is almost never actually going to get the battle cry to go off. However, it's a 3/3 for 3, which is good enough for me. If you hear any noises in the background, don't worry, that's my girlfriend playing World of Warcraft. She's an avid achievement hunter in that game. That's her main specialty, is getting tons of achievements. She's like second in her guild for achievement counts. I will never rival her in that regard, but I have been enjoying the game. I'm up to level 62 or something with my hunter. Gets to be kind of slow going after a while. I can't believe there's 100 levels. It takes a long time to get one character up all the way. I remember back in the day when I was like the only person in the universe not playing World of Warcraft, everyone's like, oh, I've got like, 5 level 70s, and I'm like, man, how do you have time to do that? That's a very extensive undertaking. Anyway, this priest, despite having the coin, did nothing on turn 1 or turn 2, so he's got a pretty slow start. Let's see if he can catch back up here with a 4-drop. He's got a Mechanical Yeti. Well, let's think. I could do a couple different things. I could backstab my own Berserker and then trade with the Yeti. That's a 2-for-1, so it's not super great. And then I could play a Mechanical Yeti myself. I could play the Ogre Magi, which would allow backstab to deal 3 damage, but if I do that, I still end up having to throw the Berserker at it to finish it off, so there's really no point in doing that, because this is a 4-4, whereas this is a 4-5. I'd rather get this down. The oil would have been good if I had a dagger out, but actually it wouldn't have, because it would have only dealt 4 damage, so never mind. Well, this plus backstab would have done it, but anyway, I don't have a dagger out, so there's no point in worrying about it. I guess really we should just do this, because then it lets me play the best creature and still trade with his thing. Okay, so we'll do this. That does actually interestingly trigger combo for the oil, but I don't see a need to play the oil here. I could play the oil to give this +3 attack, but what the hell is the point of that? Okay, so let's do that. Minions attack and health. Ah, that's really too bad. If I'd gotten the put a minion back in your hand, I could have actually replayed this guy. Alright, Zombie Chow, a little bit late for that. And on turn 4 he passes. Wow, this guy has like an incredibly slow hand. Just like shockingly slow, because he didn't do anything on turn 1 or turn 2 with the coin. On turn 3 he used the coin to play a 4-drop, and then on turn 4 he had nothing. So what does he have going on? I don't know. We're gonna play the Tiger, kill that, hit him in the face. So why did I use this guy and not the Yeti to kill the Zombie Chow? Well, the Yeti just hits harder. I didn't really see a reason to care. I guess I could have hit him with the Yeti, then everything would have been above Holy Nova range, but you have to be crazy to play Holy Nova here. That would be pretty stupid. Give a friendly mech +4 health. Alright, so well, it's a 5/5 for 5 with an ability. That's fine. So here we have a couple different options. I could just sap this thing, because he's got some kind of really slow stuff going on. And then what, like play Ogre Magi? I could swap the Yeti's attack and health. That would let me just trade this off. But the problem is then I'd be wasting this combo potential for the oil. So I kind of would like to make a dagger this turn, so I can have this and this ready to go next turn. Okay, here's what we're going to do. We're going to make a dagger. I am going to sap this thing. I am going to hit him in the face. His fat face. And does he have a mind control tech back there? Alright, we'll risk the mind control tech. I mean, even if he has it, I don't see it being that relevant, because let's say he plays it, steals a creature, I'm still lethal with the Tinker's Oil, because I can use this to trigger combo, guaranteeing that the buff goes on a creature that doesn't have Summoning Sickness. Shadow Word Death on turn 6 when you're at 11 health facing a 4-creature board is a bit too little, a bit too late, and a Northshire Cleric is a bit too little, a bit too late as well. I don't really know what he had that he just did nothing all game, but looks like we should get a victory here, so let's just make sure. I can swap this for an extra point of damage, or this for that matter, so it's 7, it's 10, and then the oil, yeah, that's definitely going to do it. Hop, it's a daisy. Bonk, and bonk. Alright, well that was a pretty easy win, although I don't think I can attribute that really to the deck. I think that was just because the opponent didn't do anything for the entire game. My girlfriend told me I had to watch her eat 2 Oreos for breakfast, so I was just turning around here to look at her do that. And indeed, she did pack away 1 Oreo. There's still going to be 1 more if her word was true. She hasn't quite gotten to the second Oreo yet, but I have confidence. I have confidence that she'll be true to her word and indeed eat that second Oreo for breakfast. We got these red velvet Oreos. They're like Valentine's Day special. They have like a cream cheese filling and the cookies taste like red velvet cake. You either think that it's really delicious or extremely weird. Those have been the 2 reactions so far. I kind of think they're better than regular Oreos myself. Alright, so we have a bit of an awkward hand. I will keep this guy because I might not have anything better if I don't get a lucky draw. And indeed I got nothing. I'd regret this Defender of Argus choice. What could this have been? Oh, a Sunwalker. Yeah, I definitely wish I had a Sunwalker instead of this. A lack of 3 drops, you know, diminishes the potential for Defender of Argus to have targets. Okay, so hopefully this guy has a slow start, but what are the odds, right? Loot Hoarder, though, is okay. At least I can kill it with the dagger. There is, of course, a drawback to using the dagger on this Loot Hoarder, which is that now I only have 1 charge left for the Deadly Poison, but I'm hoping I don't have to use that anyway. I'm hoping I can just play Sen'jin and get ahead that way. So I could also play this guy. Alright, we have the Injured Blade Master, which will die to Deadly Poison. It will also die to Eviscerate. But no, Eviscerate doesn't quite work here. I could, yeah. So I could just play a Sen'jin and then try to trade. I could dagger Deadly Poison just to kill it now. So
many options.
Dagger Deadly Poison would save my coin for another day. Alright, I'm going to trust my instincts here. I don't know if this is the right play, but it's the play I'm going to make. I'm going to dagger Deadly Poison, take some serious damage here, almost at 20. But I might go up a card if I can kill something with this knife, and it saves my coin, which could be useful for triggering combo on the oil or on Eviscerate. On turn 5, I could actually do both. Alright, here's where I wish I had a backstab to kill this off, because he obviously gave it the extra attack so that I would take extra damage from this knife. But the thing is, I don't have backstab, so that's that. Alright, let's play Sen'jin. I will kill this. He actually pretty much had a very weak turn 4. He only played a 2-drop and a shapeshift. So I'm at 20 health, but I should be okay against the Druid. I do have a little bit of healing here. Turn 5 I can, well, I can't actually do this because I don't have a dagger out. The Tiger is a problem, to be certain. It'll kill the Sen'jin and live to tell about it. Do I just play my most expensive creature? Is that all I should do? Yeah, I mean, I could give this thing a +1/+1, which would let it survive against the Tiger. I'd be wasting some of the potential of the Defender, but on the other hand, then I also might keep this board advantage. Or not a board advantage, but I could keep a toehold on the board. Now another option, I could play the Darkscale Healer now. Let him kill this. And then next turn I can actually play the I could play this coin and then play the Defender. To give this guy taunt and this guy taunt, and then this would be a 5/6. It would kill the Tiger, be left at 1 health. Then, of course, how vulnerable would I be to swipe? Not too vulnerable. I'd have a 4/4 and a 2/3. Okay, I think we're going to go for this. And hit him in his fat face, of course. Now, with Alexstrasza, I don't actually care that much about damaging him, because I'm probably going to use this on him. I doubt I would get so low that I could play this and heal myself, and if I'm like losing so badly that I'm lower than 15, chances are I can't just spend all my mana playing an 8/8. So I'm probably going to target him with it, so I really don't care about damaging him that much. We're going entirely for a board race here. Alright, he's got a Salty Dog, which is potentially going to change my turn, because this obviously dies to Eviscerate, which is pretty good. Yeah. Okay, so the question is, besides eviscerating this, what am I going to do? Do I trade these two, or do I waste the Defender of Argus slightly? See, the problem is if I play Defender of Argus and Eviscerate, he can just swipe both my minions. If I trade and Eviscerate, I could play something a little bit bigger, like the Ogre Magi. Aha, I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm actually going to trade this off. Okay, Ogre Magi and Eviscerate, wasting a little bit of damage potential there. I could have also backstab daggered this, but that would have been a little insane, taking 7 damage. Again, I don't want to count on this to heal myself. That's risky. So next turn I could play this guy and Defender and backstab if this guy's alive. So I'm hoping this guy lives. There's no Argent Commander. Oh, fuck. He's got a Keeper of the Grove. Okay, so that's an interesting way of killing him. He must have a Wrath or something here. Or no, he's just going for it. Man, I really wish I had... No, never mind. I don't wish I had a sap. Sap would not be good here. That would be a pretty bad thing to sap. Okay, so we have a couple different options. I could backstab this down to 5, Defender of Argus. Well, that sounds pretty perfect, actually. Let me think. I could also go for Dagger, backstab, Tinker's Oil. I wouldn't quite kill it, though. That would only deal a total of 4 plus 3 is 7. Yeah, this seems like a pretty good time. I didn't get my mech, unfortunately, for the Tinkertown dude, but this is okay. So we'll do this. This. He kind of almost got Battlecried there with this Defender of Argus and that. So swipe is going to be annoying. It'll kill this and this, but at least my Defender of Argus will survive the swipe. And then next turn I could actually coin Alexstrasza if he does spend all of his mana killing my stuff. No, he doesn't have swipe. He's shapeshifting that. So that, I mean, this doesn't matter because he doesn't know it, but he's gonna get Alexstrasza anyway. And a mind control attack. Okay. Well, let's think here. I could, of course, just pop the dragon. And then I can kill off the tank. Can't quite kill this thing off though. He can then shapeshift this and then use the mind control attack to kill that. It's one option. I could go for Loot Hoarder, Dagger, leaving me with 4 mana, so I could actually then play the Tinker's Oil. There's a chance the buff would go on the Loot Hoarder, which would suck, but actually the buff is pretty much going to get wasted unless it goes on the Defender of Argus. So the creature buff doesn't really matter, but the point is that I could then use the 4 attack weapon to kill the tank, and then I could kill this off, and then hit him in the face. You know what, I'm going to trust my instincts here. We're just going to play the dragon who lives by the sea. And now I can actually, if I want to, just blast him in the face. I'm just going to do that. I've got an 8/8. He hasn't had any removal. I'm threatening lethal. I've got the oil that I could use. I have a silence to get past taunts. And this is exactly what I was hoping would happen. Well, not exactly, but this is perfect. He spent all of his mana playing a big taunt. So now I just silence it and win the game. Alright, I think I made the right call there. To do the dragon and to go for the face. Not just because it worked. Sometimes you can make the wrong call and it just happens to work. But I think that was the right call. Because he didn't have any removal all game, pretty much. He played Keeper of the Grove and Mark of Nature, like on a turn when he would have really been good for him to kill a creature of mine. So I feel like that was a fine decision on my part, and it led to a quick victory. Also, I'm going to give myself some props, because why not while we're at it. For drafting that owl was in a pretty good pack. I forget what it was, but there was some other good stuff in that pack. And I chose the owl pretty aggressively to have a silence on the deck, and I think it's been paying off. The owl kind of sucks. Early on, you always pretty much want to mulligan it, but when it shows up later, it's a handy thing to have as an insurance card if you're playing a burn 'em down deck like this one. Okay, we start with a bunch of removal, so Deadly Poison is the obvious keeper. I think the other guys need to go. Alright, we even have a 2-drop to play if she passes on turn 1, which I hope she does, because if she passes on turn 1, I played Loot Hoarder on turn 2. She pings it probably, unless she has a 2-3 that she wants to play, but I doubt she'd play a 2-3 versus a Loot Hoarder because I'm a rogue and I can dagger up. Oh, do we have a bug situation?
Hello.
What the hell's going on here? Okay, well, the pleasure is mine, but I am bugged. I can't do anything. Well, what could I have possibly done that caused this game to get bugged? Nothing, really. I just took my mulligans, and then that was that. I saw the cards were kind of askew over here. Oh, jeez. Freaking bugs sometimes happen. Yeah, I can't play any of my cards. Can't end the turn. Can I use the catapult? Oh, well, I can use the catapult, so that's fine. As long as I can catapult and close the gate. I'm gonna say sorry, because I can't do anything. I wonder if she has any way of knowing that I'm bugged out. Maybe this person's a hacker. Naozi the hacker. Sounds like a hacker name. But I'm being hacked. I should put one of those posts on Reddit like, ugh, beware of Naozi, he's a total hacker. I couldn't do anything on my turn. Clearly it's the player's fault and not the game being bugged, obviously. Now she seems to be able to do things, and of course she's not passing the turn either. Okay, so there go all my hopes and dreams of just playing a loot hoarder and casually. Oh man, you know, I was really actually thinking of saying this. I hope she doesn't have a snow chugger, because that sucks, obviously. To face as a rogue. You just get frozen, can't use your dagger. Your deadly poison that you kept in the mulligan is terrible. And looks like she can't end her turn either. The end of turn button is what seems to have gotten pooped out here. Okay, so wow, that just exploded for no reason. Okay, still my turn. Yeah, do you see what I mean? Oh man, so the snow chugger is just the worst thing you could possibly hope to see. I don't have a way of killing it because I can't combo eviscerate right now. I could make a dagger, get frozen, play deadly poison, which I can't use because I'm frozen, but then use that to combo the eviscerate to kill this on turn 3, but then God knows whatever she's going to play on turn 2. So anyway, she's bugged out and actually can't end her turn. I wonder if we'll get the rope. I don't really want to quit this game because I don't want to lose it. I don't want to lose when I'm at 3-1. That's an important game to win. 4-1 and 3-2 is a pretty big difference. So, okay. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to pause the video, and then we'll come back once this bug is resolved. I might end up having to miss parts of this game, but I think it's better to miss parts of the game than to have you wait for the rope every single turn. See you guys in just a second. Hey everybody, welcome back. So, I got a loss. I disconnected because the opponent's turn wouldn't end, and then I came back hoping it could either connect me back into the game or not give me a loss, and it gave me a loss. I guess I could have recorded that whole thing and maybe sent the thing to Blizzard and tried to get my gold back, but honestly, you know, that's just part of the game. You get a bug sometimes, it makes you lose. You know, it's worth it. It's not worth it to get too upset about it. My girlfriend said right before I started recording, like, hey, you're gonna get more crappy people now, and that makes sense. So, I could get unlucky and lose. I guess I would still add this run to the stats sheet, but it'd be kind of unrepresentative, because that game I might have won it. You never know. Alright, we're up against Lyrax the Warrior. Got a backstab and a deadly poison. Do you keep them both? I mean, I don't think you do, actually. I don't think it makes sense to keep that poison. I'd rather fish for some creatures to take full advantage of the backstab. And, well, it's a good thing I mulliganed deadly poison because I didn't get anything playable till turn 4. The Violent Teacher is a tricky card to have on your second, because of course you always want to try to get a student off of the coin, but it seems like whenever I have her early on, I don't have anything to play before that. So I've really got nothing until turn 3 when I coin her out. I'm not gonna wait until turn 4 just to get a coin out of her. Oh, so if I had Deadly Poison on turn 4, I could have done Violet Teacher, coin, poison, and get 2 students, but anyway. I hope the game's not bugged. That would be nice if the game wasn't bugged. And this guy could actually end his turn. Of course, it's possible that it's just bugged and I'm gonna have 2 losses for no reason whatsoever. Okay, no, he's just slow and he's okay. That's fine. No problem. Oh god, there needs to be a no problem emote. Let's see. We need greetings. We need well played. Sorry, I think is a good one to have. I think instead of thanks, there should be a no problem. Okay, this is annoying, and what I'm actually going to do is use the owl to silence that. I could also backstab it, but I'd rather save the backstab and just try to kill this with the owl. Because backstab, I mean, if I can use it after the Violet Teacher's out, that would certainly be nice. And the owl just dies to everything in the sun, so if I backstab this and he just plays like a 2-3 or something, then it's pretty pointless. Okay, looks like he is, however, going to get the kill on my owl, so I could have saved myself some damage. Alright. Well, it's fine. So we're going to do this. We're going to coin into the teacher, and then backstab Fairy Dragon. So it's alright. I got a student by waiting. So it's like basically I took 3 damage to get a 1-1. I think that's worth it. So owl is pretty good again. I have a couple of 4-drops, so I'm ready to rock. I got 4s, a 5. This guy, if I get Mr. Tinkers, I could even get a spare part and a buff, which has not happened yet this arena. He's got a Kizan Mystic, which will die to my Violet Teacher. I cannot quite play Dagger Oil. Shattered Sun Cleric wouldn't really work. I mean, Cleric on this plus a Dagger would have killed it, but I don't have a Dagger out. So I think the most obvious move here is just to play Senjin, kill that, and hit him in his back case. So the Senjin protects the Violet Teacher against the terrors of the Fiery War Axe. He's got 6 cards and I have 7. My stuff's a bit fragile, so something like a Whirlwind would be a pain here. But the Senjin would survive the Whirlwind and the Axe, so I could be okay. He plays a Tiger. Man, lots of Tigers today. Lots of these Tigers. Gotta think about what to do. So, let's consider. I could just play the Cleric to buff the Senjin. The advantage of this would be that it makes the Senjin survive against the Tiger, so that he'd have to use the War Axe or a Whirlwind to finish it off. The disadvantage is that I'm playing a pretty weak creature, just to protect the Senjin. I could just play the Tiger myself. I'm gonna go for this though, and make a Dagger. Now the problem is with this Assassin's Blade, I would like to put the oil on the blade, as opposed to on my Wicked Knife. But I may end up putting the oil on the knife. I don't want to hit him in the face just yet, because I could end up having to put the oil on this blade, on this knife, to kill something off. Okay, so Rogue Strike allows him to kill my Senjin off with his axe. Then he can use the Tiger to kill off the Violet Teacher. Plays a Golem, which is a pretty strong minion. Now the student doesn't quite reach up to kill the Tiger. We got a Boulder Fist Ogre though. Yeah, I think we're gonna go for it here. So I'm gonna think. If I kill this off, it makes it harder for him to kill the Ogre. If I run the Cleric into the Golem, though, I could use the Dagger to finish the Golem off, and then hit him in the face with the student. Do I want to kill this Ogre? This Tiger? I think we just want to kill the Tiger. I want to minimize how much damage he has on the table, which increases the potential of me to hit him with this Ogre. Because if I can hit him with this Ogre even one time, this Blade and then this oil should be good enough to burn him off. Now that Fairy Dragon was really good for him because it got me to use my Owl. So if he does play a Silence, or a Taunt, I don't have a Silence anymore. I'd have to rely on Assassinator Sap. He has a bunch of crap. Okay, this is good for me because the Ogre is going to live, and now I can potentially try to burn him out. Alright. Yeah, let's go for this thing. Bam, and bam. So I'm threatening lethal with the oil plus this. He would have played a taunt guaranteed last turn if he had it, so he doesn't have any taunts. He has to have top decked a taunt in order to survive this. But what I think is going to happen is he's going to throw a bunch of stuff at this ogre to kill it, and then he's going to die. Okay, the Earth Renewing Farseer, I'm perfectly fine because it still dies to this. Oh no, it doesn't die to this plus the oil. It's a damage shy. Whoops. Okay, so a little bit of a tense situation here. He could potentially kill me. Let's see, if I play the oil, I could still trigger combo by playing out the Yeti. Then he could throw, say, the Golem and the Farseer at the Yeti to kill it off. I could also play the Tiger. I think the Tiger is the most sensible maneuver here. So we're going to play the Tiger, hit him in the face. So the Tiger's threatening lethal. He didn't have any taunt last turn. This thing's hard to kill. He doesn't have enough damage to kill me. This is 9, 13, plus 5 is 18. He needs 5. Oh, he needs 5 more damage. Arcanite Reaper wins him the game. I think I might have messed up. I probably should have. Although, if I would have killed any of his things, I would have been in trouble because I would have still taken the damage. Okay, so he froze me and armored up, which means this Tiger doesn't quite kill him. Ouch. And then I'm dead next turn. Well, we have to get something to trigger the oil combo and then hope it goes on the Tiger. I unfortunately don't have any spells. Now what I could do is I could play the Alexstrasza to heal myself. The thing is that he still has enough damage to kill me. This is 14 plus 20, 23 damage. Yeah, we just have to take a 50-50 chance, unfortunately, of winning a game or dropping him to 1 health. Crap. I must have messed up. Must have messed up somewhere. Probably should have killed some of his stuff. Goes in the loot hoarder, so well played, and that ends this arena run. Oh man, so if I'd gotten some sort of damage, a charged creature, anything, I could have won that. But it's possible that I could have been able to win if I had just played something a little bit differently. And maybe just kill. I was probably not. I wasn't really behind on cards, was I? I could have just killed some of his stuff with my ogre, played for control. Then he wouldn't have gotten that giant Frostwolf Warlord. Ah, well, that was a pretty frustrating run. I am gonna put it in my stats sheet, but I'm gonna try to remember that this 4 rogue run doesn't really change my streak because one of the losses was to a bug. Now the loss to the warrior, that was a real loss, but still, given how good the deck was and how well it performed and how close it came in that final loss, I think it was a good deck. It doesn't change my opinion of rogue at the moment, anyway. All right, call pet, draw a card. If it's a beast, it costs 4 less. No, it's a cute one. I don't think I have that one yet. Nope, don't have any more packs. Let's take a quick look, see if that rare is new or not. Oh, it's not new. Alright, well. Wait, is it? Maybe it was a different card? No, that is new. At least my second one is new. Also got a Tree of Life in the last run. And a Shield Maiden. Oh, that's nice. I needed one of those. Okay. So, on to the next run then, I guess. Oh, that was a sad way to start this. So we've gone, I don't actually know how long it's been, I think 26 minutes or so. Alright, so Hunter is actually at risk of going on the shit list, because I've had nothing but 3 and 4 win runs with him. So let's go ahead and do Hunter here, to see if I can change that. Alright, well we certainly got a good start with Piloted Sky Golem. It's one of the top tier epics in the game. And I could get greedy here and take another 6-drop, or I could take a 2-drop. But you know what? I think there's more playable 2-drops than playable 6s, so I'm going to just take Ogre here. Have a nice, strong endgame. Take the Inventor, who's very good. Okay. I'll take the Commando, because I think the Burn is worth it. Might not have enough beasts for this, and this is just a vanilla card, so we'll take the Stormsuck there. Noyotron versus Senjin. I'll take the Senjin. It's just a very, very solid 4-drop. Animal Companion is the only good one there. Unleash the Hounds, of course. Panther is good for burnout. Sometimes you can play him and then finish the opponent off next turn, but Unleash the Hounds accomplishes much the same thing with charge. Alright, I can get another Ogre. It's a bit greedy, but this stuff is a bit marginal. I don't have any spells for this, and this thing only works with the Hound, so yeah, I'll take another Ogre. Lots of 6s. Okay, Arcane Shot is an easy choice there. Give your other mechs +2 attack. Savannah Highmane is an excellent card. We'd have 4 6-drops then. That would be very, very, very greedy. As a hunter especially, because your hero ability doesn't impact the board, that would be risky. I'm going to try it though. We'll see if this is too risky. I got to try new things, you know. Oh my fuck. Well, I guess we're taking Voodoo Doctor, but that's no good. Alright, Glyvazuka I think is the move there. Multi-shot I think is necessary. Even though the Rhino is good, I got to get some more removal here. I don't have pretty much any. Alright, we have Mr. Tinkers or the tank. I don't think I want this because I already have a lot of expensive stuff. Do I have any mechs? I don't, except for the Piloted Sky Golem, which hardly works with Mr. Tinkers. You know, I think I'd rather just take the tank there for the guaranteed extra attack. Or the guaranteed extra health. Another Glyvazuka? Well, don't have any Death Rattle, and this thing has been nerfed anyway, except for the Savannah Highmane. This thing sucks. But it's a 2-3, which, you know, like, might be better than having a weapon. Nah, we'll take the Glyvazuka. We'll see how it goes. Alright, Chillwind Yeti is the only good card there. Harvest Golem seems fine. We have an Epic. Well, as cute as that guy is, we've got to grab the Sniper. That could help me in my desperate quest to not fall horribly behind on the board. Alright, these giants suck, so we're going to take the Recombobulator. Oh my god, this is terrible. Well, I don't want another 6-drop. I certainly don't want another mediocre one, but that's exactly what happened. This thing could actually be okay with 2 Glyvazukas, but I'm going to grab him for some early drops, because I'm going to really, really need to maximize my odds of hanging in there. So this guy's great, but that would be my sixth drop. It does add some removal and some reach, or I could just take a 2-mana cycle a card. Alright, let's see if this is too much. Let's just see. Hunter's Mark versus Shredder. The Shredder's a great card, but you know what? I honestly just need as much removal as I can stomach because this deck is going to run into trouble if it can't survive till turn 6. Cobra Shot and Kill Command are actually quite similar in a way. Kill Command's cheaper, but I don't really have that many beasts here. I've got the dogs, the companion, and the Savannah Highmane. That's pretty much it. So I'm going to actually grab the shot. Fits the curve a little bit better and helps me out with the burn as well. Alright, Senjin's good for holding things off, but I'm going to take Freezing Trap because, again, I just need as much removal as possible with this stack of 6s. In fact, I'm going to take a Snipe as well, even though that's a terrible card. Alright, we could go for Nightblade for some more burn potential. This was actually helpful in a run I did recently. However, in that run, I didn't have quite so much expensive stuff. We'll take the Engineer for some more cheapness and some card draw. And then the Azure Drake is very tempting for some card draw, but I'm actually going to grab the Abomination just because, again, I desperately need removal. Even though the Azure Drake is a way better card than that Abomination. And, of course, the card draw is nice. Even the spell damage could come in handy with Snipe or with the multi-shot. I think I needed that Abomination just to 100% maximize my chances of surviving to be able to play all those 6 drops. If I were something like a mage, I wouldn't be quite as concerned with so many 6 drops because I know that my hero ability would help me keep control of the board. But as a hunter, when your hero ability does not help you do that, it just helps you burn your opponents off. I think I needed every piece of removal I could possibly get. Okay, so we're starting off with the Arcane Shot, which hopefully means I'll play a 3-2 rather than a 2-3. This stuff needs to get mulliganed, and yeah, it's a scary moment here because I could definitely get a bunch more 6 drops and just suck. Alright, we got the Sniper, that's good. My girlfriend, who was awesome, made me some chamomile tea for my cold. She said it was a good thing for sick people to drink. And I hope it works. Alright, so the Sniper's odds of living are very small here. Pretty much infinitesimal. But I will play him, and just, you know, this is an endgame focused deck, so I just need to try to survive until I can play my 6 drops. Alright, he passes on turn 1 and I get a 3 drop. So about as good of an opener as this deck could reasonably hope for. I mean, I could hope for like having my Infiltrator on turn 1, but reasonably this is quite solid. I'm hoping he plays a Totem here, although that's unlikely because he has the coin. Granted, he might not play something if he's concerned about me shooting it to death. He might just play a Totem out of fear that I will shoot it. Joke's on him, though. I don't want to use this ability to shoot a minion. I want to play my Spider Tank. So I've got a lot of removal. I know that a bunch of expensive cards are in here, so if these guys can hold the fort for a little bit, that would just be perfect. He's thinking up a Storm here, and he decides to play a Loot Hoarder. Okay. Well, shooting this would let me save some health on the Sniper. Glyvzuka presents another option as well, though why would I play Glyvzuka and hit this instead of just shooting at that? Well, I guess to have the weapon in hand for next turn, or I could just play the tank. I'm actually going to just play the tank. I want to get as much board presence out as I can. I mean, the Sniper's body kills the Loot Hoarder without any trouble, so I might as well just do this. Let's see if he has like a Frost Shock or Earth Shock or Elven Archer for finishing off the Sniper. That's fine. He's going to play Wolf Rider. I think it's going to kill this guy if I'm not mistaken. Unless, of course, he wants to hit the tank and then coin Forked Lightning. No, none of those shenanigans. Alright, that's totally fine. So, here I could do the Glyvzuka and a Freezing Trap just to be prepared against anything that he'd play later. Or I could play the Gnomish Inventor. I think I'm going to get the extra body on the ground, though, because I can play this and the Freezing Trap next turn. So, there's no rush. Let's just hit him in the face a little bit. And all things considered, considering how high this deck's curve is, I think I've had a really lucky start in this first game because I didn't get any of my 6s clogging up my hand early on. I got removal, and he hasn't played anything. So I'm quite content with how this first game started. Glyvzuka and Hunter's Mark is a nice combo because it'll kill anything that doesn't have Divine Shield. And if he does play something big here, I could be a little bit risky and Freezing Trap and just ignore it. So I could, for example, play Freezing Trap Glyvazuka. Hit him for 2. Oh, he's got a taunt. Well, that sucks. Alright, so I could Hunter's Mark and Stormpike Commando. That'll keep my minions at full health. Or I could run him in with the Spider Tank, which will live, and then Stormpike Commando, or Glyvazuka, either one. Do I want to use the Hunter's Mark is the question. You know, I might as well just use this because, honestly, I've got Freezing Trap, which can take care of other stuff. So I might as well just use this while I've got it. Get my Commando out here. I'm safe against Lightning Storm with these 4 toughness minions. I've got him down to nearly 22 health. And now if this stuff can attack him, 4, 7, 9, down to 14, down to 10, down to 8. I mean, he's practically, well, not practically dead. That would be a little bit aggressive to say practically dead, but he's very low. What I don't have right now is a way to get past taunts. I never saw any silences in the draft, no spellbreakers, no owls, and hunters don't have any class-specific silence. So that's unfortunate, but I do have a lot of creatures out. I'm safe against his 1 mass removal card, Lightning Storm. Is he going to play Fire Elemental? He is. So that kills off this guy, but that also means that I can just ignore it and play Freezing Trap. And rather than Glyvazuka, let's go ahead and play Yeti. This seems like a pretty sensible move. So yes, this guy gets back into his hand, which means he can reuse that Battle Cry, but the problem is it's going to cost 8 mana. He's going to be dead by the time that happens. What he needs here is a charged creature to fish out the Freezing Trap so that the Fire Elemental can kill the Yeti. If you hear a noise, don't worry, that's just my girlfriend's phone making a noise because it's running low on battery power. It's funny how long phones will do that. They'll like make that noise for hours. It's like, you know, maybe you would have more battery power if you didn't use your battery power making that damn noise. Phone. Anyway, he's got a lot of cards. 8 cards to my 6, 7, soon to be 8, so I'm really not even behind on cards. I'm just ahead this game. He's gonna freeze my Yeti. Frost Elemental ended my last arena because it froze my face when I had a weapon with which would have done lethal damage. Quite a frustrating way to lose. And alright, he's got the 5/5 here. My Freezing Trap's been popped. He's gonna go down to 12. Yeah, it's a bit close. So let's do this. Hopefully it doesn't go on the Yeti. Alright, this time it buffed the right creature. Thanks. And let's think. Do I actually go for the face or do I just kill this thing off? Why don't we kill that off? I'm gonna actually do the Inventor because in case it gets silenced. We'll do this. Let's play fair. Let's just hit him in his face. And now 5 turns of Steady Shot will kill him if he doesn't have heals. So healing is the only way he can save himself from that. I do have a bunch of health. If this thing gets to hit, it's only 4 turns of Steady Shots, and if any of these minions get to hit, then he's just totally screwed. Can't play that Fire Elemental, he's 1 mana off from that. He heals up with the Priestess, which I'm totally okay with, because it's only 4 health. This doesn't make that big of a difference, and it's his entire turn. Now we have the luxury of seeing what we top deck before making any further judgments. It's a Voodoo Doctor, which isn't the greatest card of all time. So I could Arcane Shot, hit him with the Infiltrator, smack him. Well, see, can I kill him? 4, 7, 9, 11, 13, 15. You know what? Honestly, at this point, I'm just going to go for the face. He has to have a heal or else. I won't commit the Arcane Shot because there's no reason to let him know I have it, and since he's not a mage, he can't play Counterspell or anything, there's no reason for me to play this when I can just wait a turn and play it next time. That Fire Elemental that's in his hand costing 8 mana is not going to save him. And he pretty much has to have like an antique heal bot or else he loses. But even if he has a heal bot, he's only got 3 mana left over. This thing could kill my Yeti. Why does he kill the tank and not the Yeti? The Yeti is harder. Ah, well played. Alright, that's why he killed that Spider Tank. And he's going to heal up 4 health with a Vitality Totem. And he's going to hex my Yeti. Holy ballsack Christ. Well, yeah, that was a totally unexpected turn. But he might actually survive here. Jeez. So I wish I'd taken a Zerdrake because that would have made this deal 4 damage. It would have actually finished off the Priestess. Oh my god, that's funny. Yeah, so we got 6 damage. or 4 damage, 6 damage, but he's going to heal from this totem if I don't kill it. So we got a multi-shot, unfortunately. Hopefully it kills off the totem. It does not, which is really, really, really bad because I actually now have to pop the arcane shot on that just so I can get this totem killed. Steady shot him. Oh my lord. So, okay, still doing okay because I've got 2 damage, so 3 steady shots will kill him, barring more healing. I'm threatening lethal with these little dudes. If this doesn't get silenced, which he can do with Earth Shock, Hex, Spellbreaker, or Ironbeak Owl, then this thing will also kill him. He's hoping for a taunt totem, doesn't find it. Does he have a way of killing us? Frost Shock, Earth Shock, Forked Lightning, anything? Hit? Hit? No, he doesn't. Okay. And we have a Novice Engineer. Okay, so let's draw another card. Snipe is not really relevant here. Let's just play that guy. Okay, so I'm threatening lethal with Steady Shot. I'm threatening lethal with this. He has to silence this and heal. And preferably kill my creatures. God, that Vitality Totem though, what does that thing cost? It's too far back. What is it? Is it like 2 mana or something? It's a 2 mana for an 0/3 that heals you for 4 each turn. That thing is crazy. If you can protect it. Alright, he's gonna give it Wind Fury, which doesn't help. Unless he can also silence this. But he does actually have the silence for it. Okay. But then he doesn't heal up, so I just kill him with Steady Shot. Okay, so well played. I could also kill him with either of my minions. Alright, good times. Okay, let's do some math here. 17 plus 24 is 41. Okay, so I have time for one more game with this Hunter deck, which was an experiment in taking tons of high drops and then all the removal I could get my hands on. I can't really judge the deck from the first game because I got a really, really, really good draw. In fact, did I even get any of my 6 drops? I didn't. Like, with this deck, you could easily, if you're a bit unlucky, end up with a hand of like 4 6 drops on turn 3 and just have nothing to do. It's a risk. It's a serious risk. So the mulligans obviously help with that a little bit, but you're still on thin ice. Alright, so we're up against the priest.
Let the hunt begin.
We again get the sniper on turn 2 and a 3-drop on turn 3. I'm not going to keep the multi-shot. I mean, replacing that with a random 6-drop would definitely suck, but I feel like it was worth it to mulligan that and try to get some more minions. Alright, he's got that, which is definitely annoying. I could coin into the sniper and then plan to play the Glyvzuka next turn. I'm going to do that. I mean, what else am I doing with the coin anyway? Might as well do that here, try to rest board control. I probably wouldn't have done that if he hadn't played this. But now he can, like, let's say, Shadow Word Pain to kill the sniper and hit me with the infiltrator, because why wouldn't he? Then I play the Glyvzuka and kill this. But if this weren't here, and then he killed this with Shadow Word Pain, then I'd look pretty dumb playing the Glyvzuka. Alright, Power Word Shield gives him a card, and it lets this thing survive against an attack of the sniper. And he keeps it hidden, which is perfectly logical. Alright, well, let's play the Glyvzuka then. It's cool that that just buffs a minion. I keep expecting it to be a combo, like you have to combo it to get the bonus, but because I guess it's kind of like Tinker's Oil, but a small version of it. Aha, so here's what he was doing. He was saving that up for Felon's Chosen. And now this is a 4/4. I don't have Deadly Shot. Let's go for the pig. I think that's my best chance, right? Because he can heal this back up to be 6. The Annoyatron doesn't do anything. Wow, that sucks. Infiltrator, shield, Power Word Shield, pulls Velen's Chosen. So 1 in 3 odds of getting a pig. Doesn't happen. He can heal this up and kill my bear. But then, of course, I can kill this unless he has additional healing. I'd say all around this is going pretty badly.
Is someone injured?
Interesting that he chose not to heal this, but it makes a certain kind of sense as well because the Ghoul gets buffed and then the Northshire Cleric is unkillable by my weapon. So I could do the Hounds and like throw one of them at the Ghoul and kill it, but then the other one just, oh, this sucks. What I'm going to do is just play the tank. Play the tank. So the tank has enough damage to kill the Flesh-Eating Ghoul, unless he has more Power Word Shields and Velen's Chosens. We Cobra Shot could have actually let me kill the ghoul right now, so maybe this should have been, or this has been a kill command, so maybe I should have taken a kill command instead. The weapons have been pretty dumb so far this game, but I'm actually not behind on cards. I'm doing okay card-wise. It's just been a pretty tough going game so far. Okay, well I could Hunter's Mark, I could Cobra Shot this thing and then finish it off with the Glavzuka. Or I could just kill that with the Cobra Shot, but I might as well really kill this thing off. Yeah, so let's do this. Finish it off. Turn. These guys don't kill a Northshire Cleric, which is annoying. He heals up a bit with more 3 toughness stuff. Doesn't play enough to make Unleash the Hounds worthwhile. Oh god. And if I play a Golem, he'll just kill it and heal up and get a card. Ouch. Oh man. This isn't good. I mean, I could use Hunter's Mark on it as like a basically 2 damage Moonfire just to get this Cleric to die. That doesn't seem right. Alright, let's draw a card, see if I can get anything helpful. Like Ascension would be nice. Doesn't happen. Freezing Trap. Interesting. Keep him guessing. The problem with Freezing Trap, if I play it and I play an Annoyatron, you can freeze this, then use the Northshire Cleric to run in, heal the Cleric, and get a card. The Golem is more sturdy, but then it would be the only thing I'm playing. I'm not 100% sure this is the right play, but I'm gonna do this, and then I'm gonna just kill this thing. Good option now is better than the best option later, so even though I'm forfeiting the opportunity of killing something big later and I'm wasting a Freezing Trap on a Northshire Cleric, I feel like it's worth it to try to bide for time. Well, again, I don't get any of my 6-drops. Holy Novas, which is a very interesting choice, because that doesn't do anything except to kill a Novice Engineer and pop a shield, so that's fine. I guess he has a bad hand. And he's gonna heal my Annoyatron. I'll say thanks. I'll say thanks for doing that, because he Holy Nova'd it. There we go, Savannah Highmane. Okay, so he used a Holy Nova before killing a Savannah Highmane, which is really nice. Because, of course, that's the thing you're afraid of, is they'd like Shadow Word Death and then play Holy Nova. It could still happen. He's got a pretty full hand. He had nothing to do last turn, so maybe he does have 2 Holy Novas. And he's gonna Shadow Word Death Holy Nova right here. It's possible, given how he hasn't done much.
Is someone injured?
Okay, he could still play Shadow Word Death. Still have it. No, he doesn't have. Oh wait, he can still have it. Now, of course, I'm afraid he's a mind control, but that's fine. So we're gonna kill this to stop him from getting cards. Play Golem, and I'm actually gonna recombobulate this guy because a 1/2 with taunt's not that great. Most 2-drops I think are gonna be better than that. Or I can get a Light Well. Well, that's not good. I don't think I have any buffs except for a Shattered Sun Cleric, I guess. This thing is just really stupid. I would rather have a 1/2 with taunt. Well, that's the risk you take when you recombobulate things. I was obviously not going to recombobulate this. That would not have been a good choice. And he gives it health. Okay, this is a pretty good move on his part, so now I can, of course, kill this with my Highmane, but the problem is that now he's got a 6/6. I could throw the 6/5 at his 6/6, but then I can't kill this thing. I'm a damaged Shine unless I use my dogs. Alright, we'll do this. Play a Yeti, steady shot, and hit him in his back face. So I'll see what he's got. I mean, he's a priest. He shouldn't be able to burn me down. 14 health is a bit scary, but should be okay. If he has more health buffs for this, he can kill my Highmane, give me my hyenas, and then be okay. Alright, he heals up, so that's unfortunate. And he gets some spell damage. I can now do a 4 damage Holy Smite if he has a Holy Smite. Does he? He decides to pop my Golem in place. Notice that the board, I can't fit the dogs on there, and this Light Well doesn't do anything. Christ. Alright, well, it heals me, which I guess is good. So, let's think here. Can we win? We got 6, 8, plus 7 is 15, 17, 19 damage. So I would have been within 1 of killing him if it weren't for this heal bot. I think instead I'm just going to try to kill off his stuff. I could throw the Yeti at this. But that doesn't make sense. I think what I'd rather... Well, does it make sense? I could throw the Yeti at this, or I could throw... Let's think about this. I could throw the Combobulator at this guy. Then 3 hounds would fit on the table. One of them would kill that. One of them would finish this off. Oh, that's perfect. Okay, I think that's got to be the right move. So we're going to do this. Now there's room for 3 dogs. So one of the dogs kills that. One of the dogs kills that. One of the dogs kills that. And I can still hit him. Steady shot. And he would have played Holy Nova if he had it earlier, I think. So I'm just going to throw that guy out there. Okay, so if he does have a Holy Nova, I'm going to get 2 Hyenas out of here. But if he has 2 Holy Novas, everything would die except for Lightwell. And then I'd probably lose the game. Although it would be a top deck war. I don't know. Alright, he's Mind Control, which I guess I should have seen coming. He just top decked it, though, which sort of sucks. So we can kill off this and one of the Hyenas. And get a card, so I guess it could be worse. Aha, good thing I drew a card first. Always draw cards first, ladies and gentlemen. So we're going to go ahead and do that. And we're going to do this. Shot. So I've got a 5-3, a 4-3, which survives against the Hyena, and a 2-4. So I'm doing okay. He's got 3 cards, which is scary, though. Definitely. But I've still got plenty of 6-drops in here. I got an Ogre, 2 Ogres, actually. And then I have some junk, like I have Lord of the Arena, which I guess is kind of sad. And I don't have any card draw. I've already used my Gnomish Inventor. And he's a priest. I can't steady shot him to death. Ah, Inner Fire to reduce the attack by 2. I'd say overall that's pretty crappy. But it reduces the odds of this growing big enough to kill an Ogre, so I guess that's a sensible play. Because had I had to stay to 5-3, this thing would have actually been able to kill the Ogre. So I think he actually made the right call there. Because if this had been a 5-3, I could have... No, I would have only gone up to 6-3. Yeah, I don't know if he made the right choice or not. Anyway, let's do the Ogre and think. 4, 6, 8, 11 damage, not enough to kill. So we'll do this. Steady shot. Could 2 for 1 into his Ogre, but I'm going to go for the face. So we're threatening lethal with our creatures. He's got to have some removal for this Ogre. He's going to kill the Flesh-Eating Ghoul. Draw a card. He should have done this first, though. Always draw cards first. He has a Holy Nova, which is really irritating. I still have lethal, though, so this last 2 mana, the last card's got to be taunt or life gain. Or removal.
Well played.
He says well played, which he shouldn't have, because I might have missed that. I mean, some players would have thrown at this Ogre, you know? He should have played it cool. Maybe I would have missed that I had lethal. Okay, so anyway, we win. Hooray! 2-0. Thanks for watching, everybody. Please like and or subscribe, and I'll see you again soon. Take care.